Stay committed to your decisions, but stay flexible in your approach. We just talked about sticking to your plan. However, there are times that a plan must adapt and change. In this class, let's look at when that should happen. First, let's look at monitoring your plan. You have to check and assess how your plan is doing. Just like if you're running a company, you'd want to look at the quarterly results and course correct. Maybe even have a daily or weekly number you monitor. Same can be said for a weight loss plan. You may monitor your food journal or weight loss or your body mass index or body fat percentage to understand where you are with your goals. We recommend monitoring your plan at least once a year to assess your progress. However, more often is better. We caution our clients not to monitor daily in most cases, as this can increase your fear, anxiety, and stress and cause emotional decision making. Reviewing your whole plan every 6 months and then focusing on different areas each month is a method we often recommend. However, stick to what works best for you. As we said in an earlier class, swim with the current, not against it. There are many programs you can use to help you do this, and you can always hire a professional to help. When should you change your plan? The first thing is when your plan is not working. We often see people that set lofty expectations. For example, if you're only contributing 2% to savings, how realistic is it that you can change your plan to 12% in just a month? If you're not paying down debt, and then you come up with an aggressive 12-month strategy to pay down that debt that would drastically change your spending habits, is that realistic? If you're not achieving any of your targets you set up for yourself after a year, it's time to change the plan or change your goals. Second reason to change your plan is when your life changes. These include getting married, divorced, having children or grandchildren, changing jobs, starting your own company, losing your job, inheriting money, or anything else that drastically changes your life. The next thing is as your goals change. Often, goals change with the life changes above, but they could change for many reasons. For example, maybe your friend goes on a trip of a lifetime and brings back amazing pictures. You may decide you want to travel more. Maybe you have so much fun on a friend's boat that you want to own your own boat someday. That happened to us. Also, it could be because something happened to you. A death of someone close to you can cause you to change your goals. There are many examples of this. Anytime your goals change, you should adjust your plan. Another time is when your risk tolerance changes. This could be for several reasons. Typically, it's because of life cycle changes. As you grow older and your time horizon and goals change, you typically will reduce risk. It can also be because something has happened to make you reevaluate your risk. We often have clients that come in with a low risk tolerance, then after years of working with us and learning about market downturns and experiencing one themselves, their risk tolerance then increases because they've been through it. The last major category or reason to change your plan is policy changes. These include changes to the tax code or retirement plans that could affect you. As the government changes policies, this could have a big impact on your plan. It could be time to make a change. For example, with the creation of the Roth IRA in 1997, it was time to look at changes for a lot of people to their plans. Or when the federal estate exclusion tax was increased from $5.49 million in 2017 to $11.18 million in 2018, that was probably a time for some people to look at changing their plans. These were major policy changes, but often there are smaller ones that happen more often, like maximum contribution changes to a retirement plan. Now that we've covered the 4 major reasons to adapt to your plan, let's look at when we should not adapt our plan. The first is when markets drop. If you've built the plan according to this class, we have tested for this, and we have a plan in place for it. Let's not overreact. Stick to the asset allocation strategy you've created for yourself. The next one is when you have an irrational fear, panic, or anxiety that overcomes you from the news. This often happens because of something that's going on externally. An example of this was the Y2K bug. Leading up to January 1st, 2000, there was a fear that the entire financial system would malfunction because most computer programs only use the ending 2 digits for a year. For example, 1999 would be 99. So when it hit 2000, it would read 00, and the computers would think it's 1900 and cause major malfunctions. It may seem silly to us now, 20 years later, but it was a big deal at the time, and people made emotional decisions because of it. There are many examples of fear-inducing headlines, including government shutdowns, riots, wars, oil spills, and more. Lastly, don't change your plan just because something we tested for happened. This is why we tested for them. In the end, change your plan when the reasons to change are because of changes you can control and not because of things out of your control. Now that we've covered monitoring and adjusting your plan, let's talk about how to hire a third party that can help you with your plan if you choose.